Welcome back, everyone, to the Real Double Dose. This is your host, Lex, coming at you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the vibe is always live, like I keep telling you, and I'm going to tell you again. For any questions, show requests, or feedback, as always, reach us at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's yandex.com. Bless your hearts. Happy 2020. Almost to February. You know we're getting there. For anything else you want to check out with our wonderful pages and insights and so much more, and our About Me section at the bottom of what I'm about to say, that's Real Double Dose channel.blogspot.com. Yes, we love our blogspot. That is for sure. And you can check out all of that, good insights, disclaimers, music, all that stuff, anything at the bottom of the About Me section through the pages. You know how to navigate. Awesome, cool stuff, and check it out. I mean, a lot of people have said it has helped enhance their life and different things. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors, GiveMeAllThat.com, Swagged Out Fashion, saving you sense, making sense at the same time, and Bernetti Solutions, always having our back to give you the solutions for what you need for your tech, software, and more. And without further ado, all the links to what you can tune into is going to be listed there as well, the About Me section on the Blogspot, and that is TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker.com, Spotify, Blueberry.com, as well as Deezer, Podcast Addict. We have Podchaser now, yes we do, and we also have iTunes, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, and so much more. You know what to say. But without all that, under a minute and 30, we just want to put that out there for you. Don't forget our free travel giveaways, as well as all those 75, I think it's 80 now, that have gotten their free gift card giveaways, and all the wonderful guest experts that are rolling out. Don't play, it's happening. And I wanted to put the announcement out here first that we're going to be having these airings for the expert, and our Wednesday are still going to be us, but this is a part of the Double Dose itself, so it's not necessarily having just our time, because this is what we've been working up to as well, with our schedules clearing, to have our Wednesdays airing. We're going to have Friday airing and Sunday airings as well. We have so many booked that are slated to come on here to basically give their message and their help, whatever they can, to fuel what we can to make this exactly what it is, and that's always called moving forward. So I don't want to put any delays on that whatsoever, but I know it might be coming fast, but that's what Rewind is for right now until we go to FM. But I wanted to put that out there for you, that we're going to have our Wednesdays like we typically do. There might be an expert on there. We're going to have our Fridays with experts and Sundays and so much more. And RDC is always going to be in the mix anyway, so it's always our normal thing. But I was going to be 2 days a week to put the airing out there, but at this point we'll go with the pace. So we still look for Wednesdays and Sundays with wonderful guest experts and things coming up. It's going to be Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So we'll put that in the update. So don't forget, just keep your ears tuned and let's get into it. A little bit long, but I need to put that out there like I promised you. Now let's go to the double doses, right? The real double doses. This is hashtag, yes, you know it, hashtag who's your devil. Yeah, hashtag who's your devil. I said it. Now let's get into it. So you're wondering, what is this hashtag who's your devil, right? And that's exactly what it needs to be. Curiosity. Okay, they say curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back, and it's about to bring us back to extra life right now. Yes, hashtag who's your devil. And I just want to say, this comes from a whole generation of understanding things in your mindset of all of our generations included. And I thought about that, like Jiminy Cricket sitting on the side of, if you haven't seen Pinocchio or the other ones, the older ones, the origination of Jiminy Cricket, the little cricket sitting on his conscience, let your conscience be your guide shoulder. He always had something to tell Pinocchio, and there was always one side with a little, analogy show of a pitchfork, little devil on the shoulder giving him the other side. But let's take an account for this. Who is our devil, right? And I mean, we're not just going to, debate or put down anything from the beautiful scriptures or anything else out there, but there is one. There's always going to be a yin and a yang, regardless if you want to put a label to it or not. Light, dark, or whatever, or whatever. I don't like saying that, because at the same time, dark can be just as beautiful and light can be just as treacherous. It works both ways. I'm just saying. In some way, the light can blind you if you look in too close and too deep, and the darkness can help, shadow you if you're outside running from a predator. See? There you go. Good example. I'm just saying. Hashtag who's your devil is, who is that little, nipping gnaw in your ear, right? You can call it a conscience or your little whims of yes and no's, but whether it be, something that you find yourself doing where you're eating a whole bag of Skittles or M&Ms before you realize it. I mean, even though you bought the bag, and you can blame the manufacturers or the people who produced the bag for you to be allured to buy the bag, you still have it in your presence. So is that to a point that's your devil, where you're just sitting there and you can't just eat one or restrict yourself? Or could it be maybe the friend or the colleague that's down there, trying to catch you to go to a bar and get drunk when you stop drinking, or when you're trying to stop drinking, or not even the drinking. Now that is bad, glass of wine or a beer, hey, do your thing. But I'm just saying, if that's your thing. But what is it? Is it someone, for the younger ones out there, is it someone that's harassing you at school, who's trying to get you to do crazy stuff and talk crap, smack to the teacher? Someone trying to get you to play hooky, or something that you feel yourself running into folly? Are you basically having this, should I say hashtag who's your devil? Is meaning whatever is deterring us from our main focus, our complete dedication to where we're going in life, or what we're trying to accomplish in this life. Whether it be just going over to your neighbor's house and bringing over a bag of apples once a week, and for some reason you're not making that deadline. What is it that is your strenuous devil that's sitting there leaning back to you? See, I realize even more that we are exactly what we say we're not. And that is that little devil. And there's other outside forces and things we can't see. We get that. But free will is a son of a gun. And that's what it is. I can make all the little things in the world and say my stress is doing this, my stress is doing that. And stress can cause you so much havoc. It could get you to the point to where you're doing things you never thought you did, have nervous breakdowns, blood pressure, Bell palsy, strokes, all kinds of stuff comes with stress. Stress and fear and anxiety are the huge elephant in the room. And that's going to be an episode coming up too with one of our guest experts. But it just came to my mind like that. And we think about it, and we can say we're zenning that out, and we're letting it kind of get away from us to where we're trying to focus and keep our meditation on. And some might say, well, Lex, you bring up these great examples and these different things going on, but at the same time, you're reminding me of the things that are happening. That's what it's there for. Because at the same time, I have tics too. I tell myself, when am I going to start picking up more to do with my eating schedule, to where I want to incorporate even more vegetables and fruits and so forth. But then I say, well, it's going to take a lot of time for prep. Let me just pick up something on the way. But this has been turning into weeks and months, to where I'm sitting there letting this little devil be a quick little fix that I know is high calorific. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that if you're on that level, but I'm not trying to be on that level. It's too accessible. For me, processed food or things like that, yeah, it's a nice little time to go out with your friend, nice little time to have fun, or just have a splurge date. But ultimately, I want the vegetables and the fruits and the different foods that are made from nature to talk back to my nature, so I can be about that natural path. And that just means me having more clarity with my spirituality for the great spirit and the greatest creator will ever have, the only one. So, in retrospect, I'm just saying that to be completely clear is hashtag who's your devil? Is it your relationship that you see? I'm not saying to blame and focus on cutting and just saying no to people and you're my devil, and just start pointing everybody as some kind of, craziness running after you. And if you see it that way, then, let's talk a little bit and see what's going on. But I'm just saying, there's always some factor to who's your devil. There's something holding you back from finishing your paperwork. There's something holding you back from going out there creating and fulfilling your purpose. There's something holding you back, and that is, quote, you want to call the analogy, a little pitchfork, a little red thing on your shoulder, sitting there, and call it what it is. Hashtag who's your devil is basically seeing what stops you from doing the things that you know you have to do, or doing the things that you know you should do. What is it within you that's allowing you to be your own devil against yourself? And I believe, I can't always quote the scripture here, but it does say, a kingdom against itself cannot stand. So if you're against yourself, and this is what we're all doing, and I have different episodes about this, self-sabotage in some way. If we're all against ourselves, and we're saying we're all about ourselves and moving forward to ourselves and from ourselves and with ourselves, so we can help other people develop themselves and to know the self, okay? How are we doing that if we're a kingdom against ourselves? For the kingdom of heaven is within you. Now, no matter how it is, it's a scriptural understanding of what it is with the soul itself, how to navigate through this life. People just want to see it as, clear cut, go sit down with your church suit on and sit down. They always want to make it about a man-made analogy. No, it was brought here to give us a guideline in life. It was brought here so we could take the great fruits from it and understand what the negative fruits are. And sometimes it's not as easy to understand. I get it. But at the end of the day, there is a devil that exists. And whether you can see it, believe it or not, you and we are our own. In this conversation about what I'm talking about specifically, we are our own sabotage. We are our own devil. And that's what I mean. It's as simple as that. Failed diets, we're the devil. Okay? I'll put that out there. Failed relationships. We both could have been the devil, I'm just going to say. And whatever it might be, failed parenthood or being a little bit too, wild with certain things. Got a DUI last week? Who's the devil? No one made you drink and go behind that wheel. No, you're sorry for it. I hope nothing else happened behind it. But at the same time, hashtag who's your devil is ourselves. And until we start shining a light and a spotlight onto the things that we allow ourselves to hold us back with, because I know, family, fear is a pot sticker. I'll just say that, just to keep the profanity out of here. I'm just saying fear, false evidence appearing real. It looks real. It feels real. The heart beats out your chest, but it makes me pump out more. These big, huge aspirations and goals is not just simply for the money. It's behind the design of what kind of life I want to see and happen. And unfortunately, this world is made out of money. Different things happening, whether it be, but you still can be a mouthpiece. You still can make moves. You still can put little pebbles out there and make ripple effects until eventually you have whole mountains. There's nothing ever holding you back from it. And these day and age, there's more things that are being able to have a little bit more free than there was before. So I say that the hashtag who's our devil or who's your devil put out there, simply put, is because we need to really rectify what that is. And you can always have something where you're grabbing an orange or you're grabbing, a toaster strudel. No offense against them, they're good, but I'm just saying, what do you want to do? If you can always say, okay, I can go out with my friends and have this happen, or I can go finish up what I have to do to make the effort of where I'm going. If you're just coasting and having a good time in life and you're fine where you're at, I always say grow no matter what you're doing or what you choose to do. But if you know, and if you're listening to this broadcast, you know already that you have something out there that's literally begging to come out in you even more, okay? It's begging and it's calling, it's itching you so much that you can't even handle it sometimes. It just bothers you. And you feel like every time you took a step forward, there's 3 steps back. But let me tell you something. Eventually, from all those steps that are seeming to push you back, you're going to see how many miles you've come. And you're going to see how beautiful it is. Once you reach that difficult climb and you see the view from the top of that mountain that you conquered, you're going to be like, hashtag who's your devil? Boom, boom, boom. I'll just say that, okay? We'll get to that some other time, but you know what I mean. So we love you. I just want to put that out there. Hashtag who's your devil? Just figure it out. Check it out and see what little things that comes in there, sneaking in conversations on your shoulder. So without further ado, you know how it is. And hopefully by the time we have our next airing, we will have our expert on there. But if not, we have many, many, many more to come. This is your host, Lex, coming to you always. Feel the change, be the passion, embrace the power of that wonderful, beautiful, illuminating spirit. Don't forget the book is going to be released really soon for the illumination. Don't worry about that. You're going to get some free copy giveaways as well. And just remember to always be true to the real you. Okay, so just make sure you check us out at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com if you want to have any inquiries or just say what you need to say, as well as realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com for anything that you need to have under the sun with that, and all the links and so much more. Just remember to just embrace life for all that it is and enjoy yourself on this 2020 and make huge leaps towards the future, because you don't know when our last time is. And I'm going to say hashtag RIP Kobe Bryant. Put that out there. He was a legend, still is legendary, and unfortunately him and his beautiful daughter and those wonderful souls, can all 9 of them, and even more for those who are passing every day that we might not know the names of, can rest in peace until we meet another life. So we love you, we're here for you, and we'll be back with you very, very soon.